boy, we are back for another episode of the On The Go podcast. I'm your host, James Jackson, and the other guy next to me is Jacob the Tone.
Hey.
What's up, Jacob?
Oh, I'm just ready for this Friday edition.
I'm ready to stretch. My back been hurt.
Yeah?
Because when you had counted me in, my side was hurt. I was like,
I noticed that.
I was trying to let me get that last stretch in. And you got 3, 2, 1. I was like, oh, I'm here.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I noticed you're making some weird.
Yeah, man, my side, man. You know how you get those, when you get older, you get those different back spasms. And things start hurting all different places.
Right? Sometimes out of nowhere.
Yeah, you don't have that problem?
Every now and then.
Every now and again. No, you make it sound like you've been stretching every morning.
No, I don't even stretch at all.
Mister, I get up at, 3 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, 3:30.
I got up at 4 o'clock this morning.
Hey, it's not easy, is it?
No, it's not. It's not. Like, sometimes you feel like you're the only one that's up in the morning. Mm-hmm. But when you go outside, you're like, oh, there's a lot more people outside than I thought it would.
Sometimes you'd be surprised how many people are on the road at like 4 and 5 a.m.
Especially on the freeway.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure for you, it's not a lot of traffic, is it?
Not particularly.
Well, you take all back streets, right?
Oh, yeah. I think I only hop on for one exit, and that's really just to shave off 2 minutes of my commute.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, and the other times I'm like running red lights.
Is it quiet? Is it quiet in the morning? It's like up in this area.
Yeah, it's super quiet.
Okay, yeah.
So I have a whole system. Like I just if no one's around me, I'll run the red light.
Oh, okay.
But if other people around me, I'll hold off because I don't know if they're undercover or whatever.
Yeah, I'm about to say you keep doing. I'm sorry. You keep doing that if you want to. You can bleep that part out, but you keep doing that if you want to. You try to keep being slick if you want to. All right.
One day.
Because you making that sound real good. Like, yeah, I mean, take little back rolls. And don't nobody be seeing me. I'll be in my little car. So it'll get you one time. Yeah. That's all it takes.
No, I look around before I commit my crimes.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with that. Hey, I hear you, brother. I hear you.
But yeah, no, my commute's fairly easy.
Okay.
And stuff. So. But yeah, so it's Friday. It's a Friday edition. It's the time we sit down and we talk about our pop culture news and whatever else is going on. And we kind of figure everyone's about had it with us talking about Marvel over the past couple weeks.
Hell, I'm tired of my own self.
Yeah, me too, man. It's just it gets old.
It does, because we pretty much said everything we need to say about that.
Right, and everybody else says what they need to say about it. And I would hope that we at times offer a different opinion compared to what else is out there. But maybe a little break from the Marvel talk. So that being said, I had stated last Friday, I don't really get to watch a lot of things.
You don't watch nothing.
And
you don't watch a damn thing.
Why you say it like that?
You don't watch a damn thing. You make me feel like I'm at home on the couch, just being a whole couch potato, and meanwhile you at home just working. You at work, working.
I mean, it's not like that, right? But
you don't watch nothing.
I really don't. And I don't watch as much as I used to. Even movie-wise, I don't watch as much as I used to. I don't know.
You used to.
Yeah.
Like, that's how we first met.
We used to always be watching stuff. Yeah. But, I think just with my job and just me having to listen to all kinds of things.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Like I said before, I've kind of grown accustomed to liking the quiet more. But that being said, I still enjoy watching things. So I sat down, started watching The Bear. As we've talked about The Bear, I've heard about The Bear.
It's one of the best shows on TV, man.
It's a good show. I've enjoyed it. I think I'm like 4 or 5 episodes in, but I've enjoyed it very, very good so far. I like that it's only 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I was surprised. I thought they were like 45-minute episodes.
No,
short, sweet.
I thought so too.
And sometimes those episodes feel long, like for how short they are.
They put a lot in it.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in each episode.
They put a lot in it, and it makes you so invested to the point where you can't miss one episode.
Yeah,
you're like, oh well, because you probably said to yourself, I'm only gonna watch this one episode.
Yeah.
And then I'm probably dot back around later and watch it. But you probably just like, I haven't watched at least.
Right. I thought I was just going to watch 2. And then I was like, you know what? I have more time. Let me just.
I'm telling you, it's a very addictive show.
Yeah, it's good. And, it reminds me of Shameless. Not just because it's got Jeremy Allen White in it, but just because, like, it's set in Chicago. And it's kind of like that same almost dysfunctional family. But they're not a family.
They're all cooks.
Right. They all just work together. But it's that dysfunctionality, but it's also like at the end of the day, there's still that camaraderie and they still come together and they still eat together and like
there's a very family dynamic when you cook.
Yeah.
In the kitchen.
Yeah.
You know, we all argue with each other. Because we all try to get the food out.
Right.
We all want the food to come out properly.
Right.
Everyone thinks they know everything.
Right.
It's just like family dynamics.
Yeah.
So it is pretty much like a family dynamic. You're right. You're actually spot on. And, you know, with the bear, Jeremy Allen White, his character is trying to run this restaurant after his brother passes away. And he's trying to pick up where he left off. And Jeremy Allen's character is coming from a world of culinary arts.
Yeah, he's essentially coming from like a Gordon Ramsay type
restaurant with Joel McHale. You saw that?
Yeah, I noticed that. That was a weird cameo.
That was a weird cameo.
Especially like the kind of character he was playing.
Well, he's been doing a lot of those type of characters
Really?
lately. Yeah, those type of darker characters.
Yeah, interesting.
I don't know if you saw Becky. He was in this movie called Becky.
No, that's Kevin James, right?
Yeah, that's a good movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's been doing those type of shows. But yeah, man, this show is amazing. There's a young starlet on there. She plays like the young chef. I forgot her name.
Sydney, right?
Sydney, yeah. And she's really, really good. She's one of my favorite characters. You got my man Evan Bear Moss, whose name's been coming up a lot. Of course, we talked about him with Marvel and stuff like that.
Yeah, they're looking at him for what? The Thing?
The Thing.
Yeah, that makes sense. He looks like
fits.
The Thing.
Yeah, he fits. But his character expands too as the show goes on.
I hope so, man, because right now he's...
Oh, yeah. He doesn't endure himself quite notably in the show until later on.
So the girl who plays Sydney is Ayo Edebiri?
Yeah, I think that's how you pronounce it.
I think it's Ayo.
Yeah. Sorry for the butcher.
Yeah.
But
please,
yeah.
if you're listening, Ayo.
She's really good though.
No, I mean her character's really good too. Like how she reacts to everything too, because like she comes in as a new like sous chef or a temporary sous chef or whatever, and just like her taking in all the like the and craziness
because she's not really used to that type of world.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's coming into an environment where there's another female chef cook who she feels like, oh, you're trying to bark on my territory.
Yeah.
So she's trying to fit in all these different places. And meanwhile, like everyone has a role to play in the show.
Yeah.
That's what I like about it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't feel like it's just someone just running around.
Right.
It's one of my favorite shows. I definitely see why it got a lot of Emmy nominations. And it got a lot of Emmy wins too.
Yeah. I think I just saw something they're thinking about doing a third season. But I do remember seeing someone make the comment that they wish they didn't do a second season, or they wish they would stop it at the second season, because something about how either the first season ends or the second season ends, like it just seems like a good wrap up for the show.
I would have to go back and watch that last episode again, but
right.
I might agree. If they were to say that they weren't going to do another one, I wouldn't have. It wouldn't have been that bad because, yeah, how it ended. I vaguely remember it because it's been such a long time since I saw the last episode.
Yeah,
but yeah, how it ended. Yeah. It could have ended on that note because we got a lot of the answers, a lot of the questions that we had,
right,
was answered in the second season,
right?
A lot of them.
Okay, because I mean, I know right now there's, as far as I'm into it, there's not a lot of questions for me. I think the only question is like, what's up with his brother, because he inherits the restaurant from his brother. Alert! Spoiler alert: his brother like had killed himself like 4 or 5 months prior, and like that's the mystery is like why. But also his brother is involved with like some shady business, right? He borrowed $300,000 from their weird mafia uncle.
I don't want to tell you, but you'll find out later.
Yeah. That was the last episode I saw, was he did a catering job for the uncle.
Yeah, and everybody got hooked on those all the kids are all knocked out.
His brother put all the Xanax
he put all the Xanax in there.
In the ecto cooler. But
that was funny.
And he's like, look, don't kill me, but this happened. And then the mafia uncle was like, you know what? Oh, it's better this way.
Who's that? Who's the name of him? Because he's a good actor too.
Yeah,
I love that guy. He's been in a couple movies too.
Because he also wants to buy the restaurant. There's like
he wants because he's rich. He wants to buy the restaurant.
I guess it's not like a big plot point because he knows that the bear, Jeremy Allen's character, isn't going to sell it to him.
No, I forgot that guy's name. He's such a good actor too. The uncle. Like he's been in a couple shows, if I'm not mistaken. He's always in Mafia.
Oliver Platt.
There you go. That's my guy. Yeah, he's been in some good stuff too.
Yeah, but it was that episode was funny.
Yeah, that was funny.
It's just like, oh, you know what? Actually, I like it better this way.
Yeah. All of them were just, every kid in there was knocked out asleep.
Just that pile of sleeping kids.
Pile of sleeping kids.
Yeah, he's like, are they dead? No, I don't think so. I think they were asleep. All right, that's fine.
Man, I'm so happy that like I said, I'm happy that you like the show.
Yeah, no, it was good. I mean, I knew I was gonna like it from the beginning.
Yeah.
I don't know, like I've seen the trailers and stuff for it, and I was just like, I'm gonna like this show whenever I get to it.
That's what everybody says. Everybody says, everyone that's watched the show, it says they're hooked from that first episode all the way on.
Yeah. So, I mean, I enjoy it. I think it's a good show. I think people should watch it if you haven't watched it.
Yeah, definitely watch it, especially if you're a cook.
One of my favorite characters right now is, I think his name is Marcus. I think his name is Marcus. He's
the baker.
Yeah, he's a baker.
Yeah, I like him too.
He was doing the bread, and then like this last episode, I guess he made like a cake.
Yeah, he's really good at it.
Yeah, he made a cake. He made Sydney try it, and Sydney's like, "Oh, this is really great." And then he's like, "I want to make a donut."
Mm-hmm. You can see something slowly is going to blossom there.
Yeah, because he got inspiration from the Jeremy Allen's character. Yeah. His name's Carmy in the show.
Mm-hmm.
They only call him Bear like a couple times.
Yeah.
Right, but yeah, so
yeah, you're right.
He got inspiration from Carmy because Carmy had this book of like all his recipes and all this stuff, and he printed them out and put it up on the wall.
It shows, and he puts on the wall. And
yeah,
he just says like, "I want to do this." Yeah.
But it's cool because it's not just like him fighting with everybody in the restaurant to get it in order. It's like some people actually like what he's bringing in, and then other people they're having a harder time with it. And it's funny to me because he keeps trying to use all these like fancy, chef terms.
These fancy methods.
Yeah, and then just like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, because they don't know what that is.
Yeah, because like the behind or the corner or the yes chef and the no chef or whatever, like you can tell like they're just learning that way of communication.
Because those are all common terms in cooking and culinary, and it's just when you work at a short order cook. No offense, short order cooks are that's a job and a half.
Yeah.
When you're doing those jobs, it's like you don't really use those terms, which you should.
Right.
For most restaurants. So what I like about this restaurant, it also talks about owned businesses, which a lot of shows don't really talk about that. They talk about franchise-owned restaurants. Yeah. This is a personally owned business and trying to raise this place back from the dead.
Right.
And it's one of the best shows, in my opinion. When I first heard about it, I was like, oh, I got to watch this.
Yeah.
I gotta watch this, and yeah, I don't know if it needed a third season, but if it gets one, I'm not gonna hate it.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna fight it.
Because the thing I just saw a while ago was they are in the beginnings of the writings, I believe.
Yeah, okay,
or something like that.
Probably won't be ready until like 2026.
Probably not, because the writer's strike.
The writer's strike and all that, so they probably won't be ready until then.
Yeah,
so that's perfect. It gives you enough time to watch the second season.
Yeah.
Too. Let's keep it real. You know the deal. Kick your feet up, relax a little. You've been working hard, paid up all your bills. Now you know what time it is. Netflix and chill.
So yeah, we're gonna talk about Squid Game, the challenge. I brought it up before. I think on a previous episode that they were doing this reality game show, and I think it really just you missed the point. You missed the point of the Squid Game show entirely when you make a game show out of it, because the whole premise is all these poor people are competing against one another to win money, and every round, a bunch of them end up dying.
So all these people poor that's in the game? That's in the reality game?
I mean, I would hope not, but they're competing for money.
Do they die?
That would be wild if Netflix is like, no, we're going the full Monty. You're
that
getting
would be dope.
Bullet to the head every time you
that would be amazing.
That would be crazy. But this is from NPR, right? So it says 2 contestants of the new Netflix series Squid Game: The Challenge are threatening legal action over alleged injuries they said they suffered while filming, including hypothermia.
Oh, well, that sucks.
The health concerns were mainly centered around the first challenge of the game show, Red Light, Green Light, which is like the kids' game, Red Light, Green Light.
There's a deadly version of it.
Yeah. That's like the first or second episode. That's the first challenge they do in the show, where it's like you have to do the red light, green light. There's a robot at the end of the field, right? And so the contestants run, and then it turns its head around quickly, and it says red light. And if you're still moving, the robot shoots you.
Oh, and it shoots you like with something big, I'm assuming. Since it's a reality show, it shoots out something a little bit bigger.
Well, the reality show, I don't know what it does. I'll get to that. I was just explaining what the
what the premise of the game is.
It says the health concerns were mainly centered around the first challenge of the game show, Red Light, Green Light. David Slade, an accident specialist with Express Solicitors, said at least 2 contestants felt unwell after standing or crouching motionless for hours in cold temperatures, which led to one contestant suffering from hypothermia. There was also concern about the iconic green uniform, which one contestant allegedly did not proper protect her from the chili.
But isn't that in the contract about different stuff like this?
You would think so. And also, when you enter a game show based off a dystopian world where it's basically Hunger Games.
Yeah, it's pretty much an adult version of Hunger Games.
Yeah. I mean, not to sound like too rude or mean or whatever, but
yeah, me either.
I kind of just don't feel
I really feel sorry for you either. Like, I'm sorry, but it's just like, you should kind of expect this type of ordeal.
Right? I don't know. You're already missing the mark.
Well, the show is a bad idea.
Yeah.
Let's get that out the way.
Yeah, the game show is
that's a terrible idea. I don't think it's going to be all the craze like the actual show was.
No.
Because I haven't heard anyone talk about it that much.
I haven't either. And, I've been meaning to watch it because this is the second time I brought it up. And I want to try to, like, watch things that I talk about.
True.
So I will probably get to it eventually. And then that'll be the last, like, bit that I mention. But I
can't tell you I will, but yeah.
You're right.
I'll probably watch the show before I watch the reality show.
You should watch the show.
Yeah.
You should give the show a watch. I'll give the reality show a watch.
How many episodes is it?
The TV show?
The TV show?
It's like 8 episodes.
Okay, well, that's simple.
Yeah, they're like an hour long each, though. So it'll take you a little bit of time. Like, it's not a one sitting thing, But definitely you should check it out. Now check out the game show, and then we'll compare notes.
I mean, what they should have did was more focus on, like, another season. If they were going to do another Squid Game.
Well, they are doing a second season.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is also unnecessary. I just think the franchising of the series is unnecessary. Like, you get your point across with the first season, and then you move on.
And that's it.
Yeah. You don't need to keep making things because they keep making money.
It's all about the money, Jacob.
It is.
Come on,
and
man.
It's annoying.
It's all about that green, baby.
And what's funny is in South Korea, where the show is written, performed,
that I did know.
Everything, it didn't get picked up as well. Like, South Koreans did not like this show.
Man,
Americans loved it.
Oh, well, of course.
They were just...
We were
just like, dystopian, have to kill each other to survive? Hell
Blood
yeah,
hungry?
that's ours. Yeah.
It's the reason why you never seen a purge in Asia or any other middle of the road country.
That's a good
Only
point.
in America.
I didn't think about that.
I mean, come on now. Let's keep it straight.
Right.
So, yeah, and it was all the craze, too. Squid Games was all the craze.
Yeah, for a while. Like, I mean, the Squid Game is old, too, at this point in time, right? It came out like 2 years ago or whatever.
Yeah. Well, was like they're still during COVID times?
Just out of it, I think. Like maybe end of 2020, 2021.
Okay.
Was when it started coming out.
So I think now people just forgot about Squid Games.
Well, I think they were working hard on this game show. And then, they made board games. They made stuff.
Because I haven't really heard nobody talk about it with you and this other podcast I listened to, Double Toasted.
Yeah.
That's about it. We were about the only ones that talked about it. So that goes to show you how much people really don't care for it. I'm pretty sure they also made it too because of the strike, and they're like, hey, reality shows.
Yeah. By the time it got released, it was just after the strike, so they probably couldn't market it as much.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, I think whatever marketing came out for it was just the fact that people knew it was happening.
Because once they found out it was coming, it's like, oh, well, you don't have to worry about this no more.
Yeah. But I'm annoyed because I can't find out what happened with the red light, green light game.
I'm curious, like, how did you get injured from that?
Yeah, like I mean, I imagine it's like paintballs or something, right?
Oh,
probably
hell.
paintballs or pellet balls, and then someone got hit in a bad spot.
I mean, that's gonna happen.
Well, that's gonna happen when you join a game show. Based
when
off
you join
of
a game show,
getting killed.
Yeah, what you expect?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we can't talk we can't talk forever.
We can't talk too much about it, yeah.
But it's just you reap what you sow.
You just kind of do. I know you try not to really talk about them too bad, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I have no sympathy for it.
Me either. I don't have sympathy for the show.
Yeah.
And I don't have sympathy for those people.
I try to look at all the points of views, but for this show, I'm just like, no.
And I try to stay away from stupid stuff.
Yeah. No.
I try to stay away from stupid stuff, and that seems very silly.
Yeah, I don't
to get involved in stuff like that.
I just don't get it.
Oh, Avatar. James Cameron. Is that his claim to fame, you think? Avatar, or is it still Titanic or The Abyss?
I think it's still Titanic or Abyss. Mainly Titanic. He's got a weird obsession with Titanic.
He has a weird obsession with water.
He does. I don't know what it is.
I do. Look, I have a I have an obsession with water too. Like, not to that effect, but I do too.
Well, he's been down to the Titanic like 10 times.
Yeah, he's that guy that's been down there to the Titanic.
Him and Bill Paxton actually went down in a submarine and sat on the deck of the Titanic in the submarine and had lunch on the Titanic.
Yeah.
That's how much he loves the Titanic.
Yeah, I don't love it that much.
How crazy is that?
That is a little crazy. I'm obsessed with the water, but more so with the animals.
Right.
The sea animals.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm more of a sea animal person.
What's out there, what you see, what you don't see.
What you don't see. So I get that aspect of it, but to be sitting on the Titanic having lunch, I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah.
So
this article from Variety came out, yesterday, actually. And it says, James Cameron says Avatar 3 is in a very hectic 2 years of post-production right now. Plans to only shoot films in New Zealand indefinitely.
What the second one was? The second one was in post-production too. It was in post-production hell.
For a while, yeah. So the third one is just in the same amount of hell.
Oh, God. Did you like the first one or the second one?
The first one was cool. I didn't care for the second one. The second one just felt like a lot of wasted time. There's a whole hour of that movie that doesn't need to be there.
Yeah, it is. I know what you're talking about. The whale.
Yeah.
It's the whale part.
The whale, and then it's like Jake and his family living with the other.
It was just James Cameron. Let me bring it on home for you.
Yeah, let's do it.
I did like the second one only because it kind of advanced the story of his family a little bit.
Yeah.
And Jake wasn't as much of a butthole as he was in the first one.
Yeah.
But he was just, I didn't need the part with the whale. It was just James Cameron wanting to show off his water effects.
No. Yeah.
I was like, we get it. I felt like I was at SeaWorld the entire time. I understood that the whale was going to serve a purpose towards the end. I was like, oh, we're gonna see this again.
Yeah.
It felt like the best hits of James Gunn. It felt like Titanic. Because I'll give you this. The last 30 minutes of it, the whole sequence, the action sequence, was phenomenal.
That's what a lot of people said. A lot of people really like the action, yeah.
It was like Titanic, Abyss, all rolled up in one.
Yeah.
So I did enjoy that part. And it had some graphic stuff too in there. Mm-hmm. So I did like that aspect of it. I just wasn't in love with it. Right. I was never in love with the Avatar movies. I was with the first one because it was in 3D. It was the first of its kind. But when the second one rolled around, I was like, I'm good. And that came out last year too.
It did, but yeah, it just didn't. It didn't click.
It doesn't really click for me either.
Luckily, we didn't watch it in theaters. We watched it on Disney Plus when it came out because I can't imagine watching that movie in theaters.
I remember I asked you, were you going to watch it?
Yeah, no, I was definitely going to skip that one because it's just the whole middle part could have been skipped, and then I think the whole thing with him living with the Water Tribe wasn't.
Because you still got to go back to your own tribe. You still have to fight the people. Yeah. Like, they came and destroyed where you were to look for you. So you're going to bring it down here to the other people?
And you abandon them. And then, and they show up to the water people and they mess up the water people.
And mess their tribe up.
Yeah. And then there's this whole, plot point where his adopted son is the son of the bad guy from the first movie. Yeah. But that's not really... It didn't seem that important. Like,
it did.
There was a point where, the bad guy had him, hostage, I guess. But there wasn't,
Well, it was supposed to make you feel something.
They didn't. They didn't make you feel anything. They didn't convey anything. It didn't feel like there was a connection between the two, or it didn't feel like he was trying to be like, hey, you're my son. You should stay with me. Because also, the bad guy is now reincarnated as an avatar.
As an avatar, yeah.
And he's not even the original bad guy. He's already, they stated,
because the original bad guy's dead. Yeah, he's a clone.
Yeah, they find his body and crush his skull. So it's not like... I don't know. I don't know how you're going to do 3 more movies.
I don't know either.
It took 10 years to make the second one. It seems like it's going to take another 2 or 3 years to get the third one out.
So that probably won't come out till 2027?
Maybe. We'll see. Honestly, I'm surprised the second one came out. Because for years, James Cameron was always talking about the second movie, and I was like, I will believe it when I see a poster. Because for years, every year it was like, I'm making this progress on Avatar 2. Are you?
Yeah. I mean, I will give him this. I give him respect, and he's passionate about his projects. Because when we live in a world now where no one's passionate about anything they do. Everything's about money. Yeah. Money. Yeah. Put it out fast. And I hate to see that. But with James Cameron, him and Tom Cruise, it's about the passion. And
that's a fair point.
Yeah, that's a fair point. That's part of the reason why I saw the movie too as well. Yeah. I was like, you know what, this guy really put the heart and soul in this. He wanted to get everything right to a T. Right. So I give him that aspect of it. But I
mean, I guess because you don't take this much time making a movie if it was for the money.
No.
Because if it's for the money, you would try to push him out as fast as you can.
No.
But he has taken his time. So that is a fair point. I still don't think they're good movies. I mean, the first one's
we both
great.
agree on that one. We both agree on that.
Yeah.
But, kids love it. Kids love it. Some kids love it. I don't think every kid loves it. I think they love the toys more than anything.
Yeah. It did well enough for them to make a whole part of Disneyland or Disney World. Mm-hmm. They're making a video game for it. So
they are making a video game for that?
They're making a video game for it. I mean, they're going to milk it.
Yeah, of course. You got to get pillowcases, toys.
Yeah.
Whatever, food.
Yeah.
Probably get that next. Yeah. I don't know what to eat for food.
You get the tails. You get...
Oh, God. You got the Halloween makeup. You got the Halloween outfits already.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm with you. I wasn't the biggest fan, but I'll probably watch it when it come out. With all that being said, all the BS that I just got to talking, James Cameron going to still take my dollar. He said, you know what? You can say whatever you want. But at the end of the day,
pay me.
You're going to pay me to go see this movie. And yeah, I am. James Cameron knows how to get people in the theater.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you want to say it or not, he knows how to get them in the theater.
It is true. But, maybe spend some more time on your franchises. Not make them so strange.
True.
Look what he did with the Terminator,
Well, he had no idea what the third one and fourth one was going to be, all the rest of them. His second one was iconic.
Yeah.
We all know the first one was great.
Is he not behind the rest of them, though?
No. He's not behind those rest of them.
I thought he was.
No.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure, especially the last one. If he is, it's probably like executive producer or something like that, but he barely got any credit for those movies. But I know he's like recovered. I think he did at least executive producer, which executive producers really have no role on half of those Terminator movies. No half of those movies.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, so
yeah.
He did Terminator 2, and then he did True Lies, Titanic, and then Avatar The Way of Water, Avatar 3. There's a Terminator AI slated for 2026.
Yeah, I heard about that.
So I guess that's him coming back.
Yeah, that's a franchise, and it definitely needs his help to be rejuvenated again.
Or maybe just don't.
Well, yeah, no, of course. If you can help from it, not do it at all.
Yeah.
With Terminator was always depicted supposed to be a horror film.
Yeah.
And when they turned it into something else totally different,
yeah,
that's where the movie started failing. When the first one came out with Arnold Schwarzenegger, I was scared out of my life because this is a robot, this unkillable machine, that's chasing this girl all around the city. That's a good story.
Right.
It's a horror story, and it needs to be brought back to a horror element. And I think that's the problem with that. That's the problem with these movies nowadays, that these Terminator movies. So yeah, if you have to bring them back again, please pony up and pay them, because that last Terminator was terrible.
I mean, the last two, honestly.
Yeah, Genesis was terrible too.
Yeah, but people like to poo-poo on the Salvation, but Salvation
was actually pretty good.
Yeah, when you think of, in terms of the next two that came out,
it was different.
Especially.
Yeah, it was different.
Well, because a friend of mine had said, like, it's interesting because when you look at 1, 2, 3, and 4, it's all going in real time, right? Because Terminator 1 was about getting Sarah Connor. Terminator 2 was they fixed the Terminator, sent it back to protect John Connor. Yep. The third movie was the actual Judgment Day, and the fourth movie is now John Connor's an adult, and they gotta send what's his name back in time.
Everything made sense. Everything made sense.
It was all coming together. So if they would have actually been able to make 5 and 6 continue, they probably would have ended the franchise already.
Instead of just doing what they did, because the 6th was unforgivable at that point. What they did to get into that film, I was like,
oh yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh, that was the most unforgivable thing they could do.
Yeah, that's the one they did that in.
Yeah.
They killed off John Connor.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was like, this is so stupid.
I forgot. I know the 5th one was weird because John Connor was a Terminator.
Yeah. Genesis. Right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they really don't care about John Connor, do they?
I hated Genesis.
What are they doing?
I hated Genesis at that time. I remember when I saw that movie, I was like, because the trailer looks pretty good.
Yeah.
The trailer looked pretty. The trailer always kind of win me over.
But didn't they show that in the trailer too? Like, wasn't that? They gave away the twist, I think.
Yeah, they gave away the twist. Which
is always annoying.
Oh, no. So, yeah, I try to stay away from Terminator films. I'm pretty sure James Cameron's like, I'm stay away from them too.
Yeah. I'm going to go play my water.
Yeah, I'm going to go play with the water.
People.
My split splash in the water.
Got another trip to the Titanic next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't really know you didn't like Titanic like that.
What?
I really did not. I'm sorry, Avatar. Yeah, I really didn't know you didn't like Avatar like that.
Okay, the first one was good, and then after that, it's just like
it's unnecessary.
It's unnecessary. Yeah. But like
a lot of people felt that way. You weren't the only one now.
No, but you did make a good point about like him having passion and stuff. So
so I'll give him that.
Yeah.
So that's it for today.
That's it, man. That's
all we got.
Yeah, that's
on a light Friday.
Pretty much, man. We don't have a whole lot of.
There's not a whole lot going on.
News.
Well, you know why? Everyone's going to Christmas break.
It's Christmas time. Like we don't even have Christmas movies coming out really.
Yeah, we don't have. Well, I think we got Willy Wonka coming out.
Oh yeah,
so I do want to see that.
That actually looks good.
Yeah, me and my boss that I work with. Like, you don't work with a boss, but yeah, my boss. We both were looking forward to Willy Wonka.
Yeah, that one actually does look good. It's completely unnecessary, but it does look good.
Yeah, it looks better than that crap that we got with Johnny Depp.
That is true.
So anything that we get from that is a positive for me.
Yeah, good point. You know what's coming out that looks interesting is that Migration movie. Have you seen the trailer for that?
Oh yeah.
I think it got delayed a couple of years because I remember there was a teaser for it a long time ago. Now there's like finally a movie.
So where would you rather watch, Migration or Leo on Netflix? Adam Sandler cartoon movie.
I'm actually kind of interested in Leo.
I'm willing to give it a shot.
I haven't fully watched the trailers, but I don't know. It's piqued my interest.
Adam Sandler scares me sometimes. But with kids' movies, he does pretty good.
Yeah.
As long as it's not 8 Crazy Nights, he does pretty good.
8 Crazy Nights.
He does pretty good.
Yeah. And Bill Burr's in it, too. Bill Burr's the
he's in there,
friend.
too?
Yeah. He's his friend in the thing.
I might check it out.
Speaking of Adam Sandler, we're going back to The Bear now.
Yeah.
So, I like The Bear because it reminded me of Shameless. There's a lot of times in The Bear where, like, people are yelling at each other. And it reminded me of Uncut Gems.
Oh, that was a good movie, too. I did like
You
Uncut
can say
Gems.
that. I did not enjoy Uncut Gems.
Oh, man, you suck. Oh, my goodness. Why you didn't like Uncut Gems?
It was so much yelling at each other. That's all the movie was.
It was chaotic. I know. It was intense.
The whole movie. And I get it because, like, The Bear is kind of chaotic, but it has, like, moments of levity.
Mm-hmm.
It has moments of levity, like people calm down or whatever. The Uncut Gems just feels like 2 hours of just, like, Adam Sandler yelling at somebody while somebody's yelling at him, and then, like, he's getting ripped off by, like...
Oh, man.
I remember that movie came out. Everybody was like, "Oh, Uncut Gems is so great." Blah blah.
It
blah,
was.
Blah. Khadijah and I saw it because it was like way back when we first started dating. Khadijah and I saw it. And there was a point in that movie where we're like, "I'm not having fun. Do you want to just like leave?"
Oh.
And then we left before the end.
So you still don't know what happened at the end?
Oh no, I know what happens at the end.
Oh, okay.
Because I finished it later in other circumstances. But we walked out.
I love that film, man. I thought Adam Sandler was great. That was. Honestly, he lost himself in that role, man. I never seen him. I never thought he could play a role like that.
I don't understand people's enjoyment of that movie.
It's a controversial film because a lot of people didn't like it. Well, I will say this: it's a 50-50 on both sides.
Yeah.
Some people were just like, not on your spectrum, but kind of just like, this was despicable because they never seen him in this type of role before. I
didn't mind his character. Like I got what his character was about. His character was just a bad person.
Yeah, he was a really, really bad person.
You just watch him keep making these mistakes and all this stuff.
I made every single go.
Right. And the thing is, there's no redemption for him. He's just
a
bad person the whole time.
There's no redemption arc.
Right. And then that's not terror. That's not the bad part about it. It's just the constant like talking over and yelling at each other like that. I couldn't stand it. Like I can't focus in this movie.
I mean, that's usually how it is in life, though.
I know, but I've had this conversation before.
Because like that's usually how it is in life. Like every time you hear people talk, they seem to bicker and talk over each other.
I know, but I don't know. Something about seeing it in movie form is something I was not into.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. This is a shocker to me.
Is it?
This is a shocker on a Friday.
Oh no.
God, man.
Uncut Gems. It gave me flashbacks of Uncut Gems, but it's not the same.
Because it slows down.
It's similar but different in a better way.
I'll give you that. It slows down.
Yeah, it does. It's not just 100 the whole time.
Oh man, this guy.
I did not understand it when people were like, "Oh, Uncut Gems is so great." Is it?
It is. It is. He should have got an Oscar.
How many times have you watched it?
I watched at least about 3 times.
Watched that movie 3 times.
Yeah, it was on Netflix. So I had to catch it when I could.
3 times.
3 times. Yeah. What you want?
I don't want to believe you.
Oh my God. So you gonna be in the room with me while I was watching it at the time? I watched it. The movie was good. I don't know what to tell you.
That good?
I'm telling you, it was better than a lot of his work. I'm gonna tell you that doggone much.
I mean, that's fair.
Like, he should have got an Oscar. I thought he should have got an Oscar nod for it. I thought that year, him and Eddie Murphy and Joaquin Phoenix did 3 of the best movies that year.
What did Eddie Murphy do that year?
Dolomite Is My Name. I thought those were 3 of the best movies that year. Joker, Dolomite Is My Name, and Uncut Gems. I thought
all those were the same year?
Yeah, all those came out the same year. And Eddie Murphy didn't get a nod, and Adam Sandler didn't get a nod. But Joaquin Phoenix did, which he deserved, by the way.
You know what, though? It's because comedic actors have a harder time.
Eddie Murphy, I didn't see that coming from him.
Right. And Adam Sandler, too. Adam Sandler is like kind of... Well, I mean, every now and then he does serious roles.
Every now and again, he'll give you that serious role. Like, he did a movie with Chris Rock where he played like a parent that was giving his... he was giving his daughter away to the guy. Yeah. And Chris Rock was the father.
Yeah.
And it was really, really a heartfelt movie. It wasn't just like pure comedy and silliness like he did with all those other movies.
Yeah.
So, man, let's just end the podcast, man.
All right. Okay. I'm sorry. I upset you, but
God, man.
That's our Friday edition. A little bit of a lighter episode this week.
Yeah, it was. Until you brought up Uncut Gems.
All right. Well, we're gonna go so James can digest what I just told him. And if you want to contact us, you can email us at onthegopod2023@gmail.com. You can find us on Instagram, On The Go with Jacob and James, all one word. You can find James on Instagram at
9794. James 9794.
Okay.
Yeah. And you
didn't say the whole thing.
And you can put us on Q&A too. I want to know do people like Q&A. I want to know do people like Uncut Gems in our Q&A.
Yeah, okay. That's going to be our question this week. Do you like Uncut Gems and why? I want a paragraph of why you like Uncut Gems.
Say it.
Or if you dislike Uncut Gems, I want a paragraph of what you don't like. So you can do that. You can find me on Instagram at jacobdantone.audio. Yeah, that's it. I'm on the go. We're on the go. James is on the go because he's mad at me now.
Yep.
We're on the go. Talk to you later.
Peace.
Down.